It's time for the Mario Superstar Baseball review for the Gamecube. Now, unlike Mario Strikers Charged, where I thought I wasn't going to have as much fun as I actually did because it was soccer, or as it's called basically everywhere else, football, I never understood why the USA calls football football. It should be called handball, or egg ball, or even padded rugby. Anyway, oh yeah, I thought I would have a lot of fun with this game because it's baseball, one of my favorite sports. Unfortunately, that's not quite the case. In the opening cutscene, Mario and Luigi are playing catch when a flyer falls from the sky. Bowser is challenging not only them, but many other characters as well to well, it's not really a tournament, since if you lose a match, you can just go back and repeat it again and again. Anyway, you get the picture. I guess Bowser realizes that Mario kicks his butt every time he tries to take over, or capture Peach, or both actually, so he decides that he'll exact his revenge using America's pastime. Man, he's getting desperate for a victory. All of this happens in single-player mode, where you can choose your team captain, which will be one of the main Mario characters, because the secondary Mario characters apparently aren't important or cool enough to be chosen as captains. But don't worry, they'll get to be picked to build up your team. Each character, including captains, have their own stats, like pitching, running, batting, etc. You'll definitely want to be diverse in your choices, otherwise you will have a difficult time winning. So you're on a map that feels similar to Mario Party, and you'll go around to each stadium and play the other teams. There's also a store you can go to purchase special items which can improve your team's abilities, such as faster running, more power in your swings, and so forth. To buy these items, you need coins. To get coins, you can play mini-games located on the map in certain places. These mini-games actually have a steeper learning curve than you might think. It took me a while to figure out how to not come in last place as you play against the computer. Bear in mind that I usually put the difficulty of the mini-games at high, or at least medium in the beginning, to potentially win more coins, of course, but you might want to start out on easy since the computer doesn't mess around. The point is to go to each stadium, win each match, then Bowser Stadium will be unlocked, which then you can play against him and hopefully win. Every time you win, new characters will be available on your roster. There's a side quest system when playing in this mode. If you can complete a special scenario within a game, a teammate of yours can have its stats increased. Such scenarios include winning the game with a specific pitcher, or hitting a home run with a certain character, stuff like that, and I like this, since it increases the overall fun factor of the game. When I saw the back of the case for this game, it says 1 to 4 players, and I was like, sweet, my siblings and I can all play a game together. But is this the case? No! The only thing all 3 of us get to do is play mediocre mini-games and a mode called Toy Field. Toy Field is where there are 3 fielders, including the pitcher, and 1 batter. The point is to get as many coins as you can in a certain number of rounds. When the ball is hit, wherever it goes determines what happens, such as a bunch of coins can appear, or a batter can get a single, double, triple, and of course, a home run. Players switch out to bat when the ball is caught from a pop fly, or when the batter strikes out. Toy Field is okay, but it's really nothing too special in my opinion. The part where you actually do get to play against a friend, singular, not friends, is during an exhibition game. This was actually pretty disappointing since I was looking forward to playing with more than one person during a game. Each of you get to pick your captain and teammates. There's more strategy when picking who you want on your team other than player stats. Certain characters play better when associated with other characters. Like for example, the Donkey Kong characters play better, as in throwing and running, when they're in certain situations. Like if one Kong character throws the ball to another Kong character, they'll throw the ball faster. If a character is on a base and a compatible character is up to bat, I'm not sure, but I think the base running character will run faster. Anyway, the point is that you'll want compatible characters in certain positions on the field and will want compatible characters next to each other in the batting order. The graphics are really good, of course. It's Mario, so you basically know what to expect, but that's not a bad thing. The controls are good for the most part, but they can be tricky to learn in the beginning, and I think it'll take you a bit to master them, kind of like Mario Strikers Charged. The pitching is simple. Press and hold down the A button for up to about 3 seconds for more power in your throw. If you let go of it at an exact time, you'll throw a really fast pitch. You can move the pitcher left and right for an angle, and you can also move the ball to the left and right during the time span that the ball is in the air. Batting works just the same way as pitching, although I don't understand why they let you move the batter all over the batter's box during the pitch. That seems a little far-fetched. Now, fielding and base running are on the edge of suck. Well, at least when you're trying to figure it all out. However, it can still be very frustrating, especially with the base running. The base running AI is a joke. So here's an example. If you know how baseball works, if there are any players on a base and the batter hits a pop fly when there are less than 2 outs, you stay on the base and wait to see if the ball is caught. If it is caught, you have to touch the base you're on, then you start running to another base if it looks like you can make it. You don't start running when the ball is hit and it's obviously a pop fly unless there are 2 outs, but that's different. Anyway, the point is that this game doesn't factor in the smart strategy, and so you will pay for it if you don't realize that the computer is dumb. You will have to manually tell the computer to go back to the base and stay there most of the time. Otherwise, they will just run to the next base regardless if it's a pop fly or not. Now see, in my mind, I know how baseball is played, and so I'm not thinking the computer will be stupid in its base running strategies, but apparently they don't, and so it really takes the fun away from the game. It's like teaching Little League, but your players forget the base running rules every time there's a new batter. Now, the fielding is better, but the controls can make you frustrated, and the depth perception is blah. When running to catch the ball, you have to tap the B button really fast to run to the drop spot, but the problem is, when you stop tapping B and let go of the analog stick, the character doesn't always immediately stop. Another problem is, I'm not expecting the computer to automatically move to the position of the drop spot, so I will move them to where I think they're gonna go, but they move even farther because the computer is trying to automatically move to the drop spot. I guess they put this in to make the game easier, but I want to control the characters. I don't want to watch the computer automatically move them. I might as well just watch regular baseball. Now, the game isn't bad, even though I've been ranting and raving. It's just a bunch of annoyances and frustrations that all build up. One thing I did like about it is that each team has a set amount of stars. You can use these stars to perform special pitches, or use them to make your swing very powerful. Another thing I liked was the variables in each stadium. Like in Peach's, there are blocks in the sky which can alter the path of the ball, or like in Bowser's, fireballs come down which can disrupt the fielders. These are fun for an additional challenge, but like Mario Strikers Charged, I usually preferred ordinary stages. Mario Superstar Baseball is an okay game. Good graphics, can be pretty fun sometimes, especially when you're playing with your friends, a good selection of characters with stats, and there was more strategy to the game than I first thought. However, I did not like the base running AI, the auto-fielding was a frustration, the minigame difficulty can be questionable, and for me at least, there's really no lasting appeal. I haven't had the urge to come back and play this game, unlike Mario Strikers Charged. Granted, those are two different sports, but still, I didn't have as much fun as I thought I would have, and that was disappointing. Overall, though, it's a pretty good game, and is a lot better when playing with friends. It's definitely not the best baseball game I've played, but it's not a bad one either. Wow, I'm pretty sure I'm in the minority when it comes to how much I like this game, since I'm giving it this score. This game gets a 3.25 out of 5 with a title of good.